Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is going to become a reality soon. I want to go to China. I'm going to go there.
Yeah, that place looks pretty awesome.
I feel
it looks
like
you could get some stuff done out there.
Oh, people go there for business like crazy, man. Because if you're in the fashion industry and you're up and coming, and you want to get stuff cheap, oh yeah, you go out there.
Yeah.
My cousin's in the fashion industry. He goes out there periodically throughout the year to get textiles and fabrics. One time when he was out there, he went to the textile and fabric shop and he saw this like fox fur or something like that, kind of like a fur of an animal. Uh-huh. And he like draped it over himself, being like, "Oh, this is cool. This could make like a crazy dress or whatever." He put it back. And then a day or two later, he's itching like crazy, right? Itching like crazy all over his body. That's crazy. And then he just doesn't understand what's going on. He takes a shower, comes out, dries off. He's itching again.
It's inside his skin.
So he starts looking at his skin. No, he could see them on the outside, but they're so small. They're like almost like fleas, but the color is like similar to the skin color, so it's hard to kind of see. Mm-hmm. But his body had, and I mean millions of these little parasite insects all over his skin, and he had to, I think, take some sort of medicine for it or do some sort of special bath for it.
Yeah.
But he got it taken care of. But that's fucking crazy.
Intense, yeah.
That's why I worry about people who like order stuff from Temu.
Yeah.
Like
Shein and Temu and
like
all those companies.
How
Even
much
Amazon right now, dude. Like you get that stuff on Amazon too now.
Well, Amazon is the same thing as Temu.
Yeah.
Like if you go on Amazon, no, I'm serious. Type in something on Amazon that you want. Go and type in that exact same thing on Temu.
They have it cheaper probably.
And it's right there for $1 cheaper or whatever it is. The exact same product. And I mean the exact same product.
This takes 2 months to get to you.
Yeah, whatever time it takes. But it's the exact same product. So then, I mean, a lot of these people on Amazon are just companies that go buy Chinese products and resell them for a profit, right?
Yeah. Or they're the companies themselves sitting there.
What do you mean by that?
Manufacturers selling themselves. Making it, distributing it right off Amazon.
Oh yeah, 100%. Straight to them. Yeah.
No, there's no middleman anymore. Distributors and all that stuff is like the past.
Well, now we're starting to look to other countries, like in South America, especially, to make more clothes, and get into the textiles.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a lot of Middle Eastern countries who are getting big into textiles, like Jordan and obviously India. That's a given. But I mean, I wonder at the ground level to get these textiles and to farm them, how that must look.
It
must look grueling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It depends where you get it done, I'm sure. China, I'm sure, does it in a different
It's all
fashion.
over mainland China. It's fucking...
Yeah, it's like the way that they do it is definitely not the way we do it, It's like... We're doing it machines and making shit efficient, making sure that there's like nobody touching it.
Yeah.
But, those guys are like hands-on.
24/7.
Oh yeah.
I mean their whole when you look at the psychology, I guess, or what motivates the Chinese national, it's interesting. It really is, because you see that they're doing some horrific things to certain people. But what's the goal? See, we just see what's happening, all the little steps that's happening for them to get to their goal. But what's their main goal? Is it authority? Is it authoritarianism? Just to completely lock down the people? Or do you think that maybe China is doing these things initially to get to the position where it needs to be, and then maybe it distributes wealth and some sort of utopia? because the American and the Western idea of utopia is flawed. I mean, our biggest export is murder and death and war and drugs. When you look at, and again, this is just a theory. I'm not accusing anyone, but at the border, right? The cartels had that border locked down. If you want to get across that border, you got to pay them some money, right? Because the cartel see it as a massive money-making opportunity.
Yeah,
right
now
right.
for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Stop right there. So the cartels have the border locked down. Apparently, they're charging immigrants $5,000, $10,000 to fucking cross. So let's just take it at a $5,000 average, right? How many people have crossed in Biden's administration? From what I'm seeing, hold on, pause that 1 second. From what I'm seeing is 12 million people is what they're saying. So the math on that, 12 million by 5,000 a pop to get in, that's $60 billion. Do you think the U.S. government and the deep state let the cartels in Mexico make all that $60 billion?
No, it's a combination with them.
I mean, they need their slice, right? Because at the end of the day, you're operating in their playground. You get what I'm saying? You're operating. That's how the U.S. sees it. The Americas are theirs. You're operating their playground, but they see it as an opportunity to get something. You get what I'm saying? So you can use this shady group and you can cast all the blame on them. You know what I mean? Because no one cares if you say the cartel murdered 1,000 people. It's normal, right?
Yeah.
There's another Wednesday.
Right.
So you can use them as a conduit to execute the things that, the deep state wants them to execute. Oh, bring in these people. We want half the money coming in from that. I mean, these are all accusations, and maybe they're fully false, but these are just theories of mine, right? Maybe as well, and then you have so many history. There's so much history, Laos and Vietnam and the Golden Triangle, smuggling back heroin, dead soldiers' bodies and stuff, or in dead soldiers' caskets, and all these other methods of smuggling out of the Golden Triangle during that time.
Yeah.
And that was coming straight to America. There was a real story about it. It was a movie. It was called American Gangster. That wasn't a fake movie. That was kind of how it went down, and that was just a small portion of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you see it, all the cowboys, the cocaine cowboys, in and out of Colombia. You know what I mean? Maybe they were CIA cowboys who saw opportunity to make money. But at the same time, there's so much money coming in that I don't see people who have power not getting their beaks wet on that. You get what I'm saying? If you have the power to call in a fucking SEAL team and completely demolish the whole place in 1 second, you could do that. It's just a phone call. Doesn't really cost anything. Or you could tell them, hey, you want to operate? These are the costs to operate. All right, we'll give you paths where you can bring the shit in. We'll tip you off on certain things. You know what I mean? We'll tell you where to send false shipments that can get caught so other ones can sneak through. So and then you have as well in the Middle East, the group out of Lebanon, Hezbollah. Those guys are all over Mexico, and they're probably helping out the cartels too, and telling them, kind of like how to build tunnels, and because they're masters at building tunnels, those guys. So probably teaching them different ways, bringing them arms that can shoot down helicopters and shoot down planes.
Definitely people coming in here that we haven't seen before.
So I mean, like, how is it that everyone's just okay with this, like we hear it, we hear it, and then I understand there's nothing anyone can do. There's nothing anyone can do, right? Because the second a movement comes out of the ground and people start swaying, their opinions and going into this idea that I'm talking about, that's when people start dying. That's when cults happen. That's when they
won't have an opinion then.
No, I mean, look what they did with the during Vietnam. All the things they did to make the hippie movement look bad, and to make the anti-war movement look bad.
Well, they did that for propaganda because they wanted to make sure, the medical society was selling their drugs. You know, the chemical people were making their money. There had to have been something to do with the pharmaceuticals. Had to.
Let me show you this right here. Remember Afghanistan?
Yeah.
You remember Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
So we left billions, like I mean tens of billions of dollars of equipment, and the Afghanis are proficient engineers. You know, like tinkerers and can set stuff up. They're smart. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
So Taliban announces it has repaired a large quantity of vehicles and weapons left behind in Afghanistan by the United States.
Yeah.
So I mean, now they're using. Look at some of these weapons. Look, American Humvees all decked out, anti-armor or armor plating and turrets and stuff.
Yeah.
Next,
Maybe they have.
look at these tanks. What kind of tanks are those? I don't know. Next, but dude, it's all M16s, ARs, M249s. You know, American meat grinding weapons, basically.
Interesting.
We just left it there. Yeah, I wonder why it's there. I wonder why.
Well, they dropped it, right? Because it wasn't working for them. So the U.S. were like, it wasn't like.
Well, they
feasible
listen. Biden decided we're gonna pull out, and he didn't give a fuck how they pulled out. That's basically what happened.
Oh, I see.
He said, "Pull out of there. I don't give a fuck what happens. Just get us out of there." And then as we're doing it, you have scenes out of Mad Max and scenes out of World War Z, where people are clinging on to the last fleeing American plane.
Yes.
Holy shit, that's what democracy brings to you. You know, that just shows you right there what we bring to your country. We're going to come there, we're going to fucking destroy it. We're going to make money from the opium trade. We're going to do everything we can to wet our beaks. And you know what? We're going to leave you guys there. Leave you guys there in the control of the Taliban to be oppressed. Just please I thank God you pulled it up. Look at this, man. These are scenes out of Mad Max, out of World War Z. These are humans. Yes. A lot of them too that help the U.S. military, you know, spot out. Hey, there's Afghan activity. They're plotting something. I saw someone planning something here in IED. Just tips, you know, all these people who helped out the American military, and now they're having to deal. Bro, there was people falling off the plane. Can you pull up some videos if you
They're
can find
holding on to it as it was leaving.
Dude, they thought in their head that this country's so bad and so oppressive that I just might make it on this plane all the way to America in the freezing cold temperatures.
They don't know.
With the wind going
They don't know. It's like take off. Hopefully get inside.
There was one person who did you hear about the story? The guy who fled Cuba?
No. Recently?
No, there was a guy who fled Cuba a long time ago, I think. And let's watch this real quick.
Let me get the sound real quick.
Holy shit, man!
Desperation and chaos in Afghanistan are being seen around the world.
This should never be forgotten.
The man who shot this video of people clinging to an American cargo jet as it takes off. Machine gun fire.
It literally took off.
Thousands of panic-stricken Afghans stormed the airport. They battled their way onto civilian planes, which
so the Afghanis came.
Passengers jammed inside. One air traffic controller marveled as a pilot ferried 800 people to Dubai in a plane designed for 150.
800 people on your jet? Holy cow.
800 people.
Panic as night fell, and thousands more fought to get on any
that guy's a hero.
Anywhere. Caught in the maelstrom are reporters for American TV networks, including courageous women like CBS News correspondent Roxana Saberi.
For security reasons, our hotel is under law.
Look at that headline: Afghanistan falls to the Taliban.
The situation outside is very volatile.
I spoke to PBS correspondent Jane Ferguson.
I've covered many wars and revolutions and crises around the world.
Afghanistan falls to the Taliban was the headline. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's
unbelievable.
It's okay though. You forget about it. A couple YouTube shorts, a couple Instagram reels. You know, you're back into the Matrix. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. We're back into forgot about this.
Oh, one
Out
day.
of sight, out of mind.
Few hours on Instagram, few hours on here, a few videos on YouTube. Yeah, you're done with this information. This is just information for the past. This should never be forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, we destroyed that fucking country. We went over there and did some. I'm not saying we weren't fighting terrorism. We were fighting terrorism 100%.
So
Right?
you know how to deal with it, right? So,
But it was the guise of fighting terrorism. So it wasn't that we were really fighting terrorism. We just used it as another false flag to go there. And I mean, these guys are assessing how much money they can extract out of the country through many different methods. Before they even go into war, they figured out how much money can be extracted and in what methods and in what means they've done this stuff. I mean, they're playing 5D chess, you know? And these poor people are carrying the chessboard for them, you know,
Yeah.
as they play this chess
they're
game.
all pawns.
Yeah, these guys are just they're not even pawns. They're under the chessboard,
They're under the
holding it up for these guys
Wow. It's not even
because
it's
the
under-
power is in the people, right?
Yeah.
If we all decided to drop the chessboard, say fuck that. You know, just release the chessboard. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But they scare you probably to hold that.
Well, I mean,
chessboard in
they would
place.
call the National Guard in. You saw Biden just said, "Oh, it doesn't matter if you have rifles. We got F-15s."
Right.
So he's already making threats that he's going to use superior military weaponry against civilians. That's a fucking threat, in my opinion. You don't joke around. You cannot joke about using any military equipment or any sort of military faction against the American people. That is when we become a tyrannical government. That is when we spiral out of control, and it's going to happen more and more. And now when you have the integration of AI into everything that's taking place, you know, they understand how much AI matters. It's basically everything. It's more important than the invention of the car. You know, it's more important than the invention of the internet. They understand that, and they are trying to position themselves as the ones who are going to be in control of it. And we have tons of other figures who are trying to stop that as best as they can, like Elon Musk. And
He sold his share. He doesn't have nothing to say. He
Did you know
sold it.
type in Jack Dorsey and see if we can find what he said. What do you mean he sold?
Apple picked it up. He made it.
Type in Jack Dorsey.
Yeah, I'm doing it right here.
Oh, okay.
Elon Musk, I believe, made OpenAI, and then he sold OpenAI,
Really?
and then now it's getting and then he sold majority of his stake now, which he doesn't have, you know, so now it's getting sold to Apple, and now he's upset because that happened because he wasn't supposed to happen like that, and now he doesn't want, you know, people be, you know, using that in his car either. It's not going to be linking up properly. You won't be able to get all your data.
Listen, if I understand what Musk is saying, but this is why they're not giving him the money, because they know he's going to release a Tesla phone. They know he's going to release a X web browser, and they know he's going to release an X operating system or something like that. And they know he's going to do all these things and basically demolish these other guys. And that's why they're not letting the money get into their hands. So, I mean, he still has friends like Larry Ellison and all these other big time guys who could just, you know, bankroll him the whole thing if it gets dicey for him.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Ellison, we need you. We need you, big Larry. We need Larry Ellison big time. Ex-CEO says we are being... Yes, that's the one. Can you find me that... No, he... Play? Hit play. Skim through it. I don't want to hear this idiot. Skim through it. No, go on X and go to the search engine on X, which should be a web browser. Elon Musk, what the fuck, man? Yes, yes. Turn up. Rewind, turn up.
Is a complete distraction right now. This is going to sound a little bit crazy, but I think the free speech debate is a complete distraction right now. I think the real debate should be about free will. And we feel it right now because we are being programmed. We're being programmed based on what we say we're interested in. And we are told through these discovery mechanisms what is interesting. And as we engage and interact with this content, the algorithm continues to build more and more of this bias. But the algorithm, even if it's open source, is effectively a black box. You cannot predict 100% of the time how it's going to work, what it's going to show you. And it can be moved and changed at any time. And because people become so dependent upon it, it's actually changing and impacting the agency we have, the free agency we have. And I think the only answer to this is not to work harder at open source algorithms or making them more explainable about what they're doing and
Wow, man. And that's the guy who started Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy who started Twitter. Is the heater on?
No.
Why is it so fucking hot in this place? Oh, so
Probably
basically,
it's-
I like your Disney shirt.
Appreciate it.
Is that
yeah,
Disney
Yeah,
or Looney Tunes?
yeah, Looney Tunes.
Dude, Disney's getting crazy, man.
Yeah.
Disney is going crazy. I was at the Disney recently,
Yeah.
and I walked into their main merchandise store.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Packed.
It was all LGBTQ pride clothes,
Oh yeah.
and there was kids everywhere.
Yeah, they definitely. They got a
I saw a
section.
shirt. It's gonna blow your mind. I saw a shirt, and it seemed like a crop top, but I didn't really understand it. You know, I'm not a fashion guy really. So I asked the ladies there. I was like, "Hey, is this a shirt for men or women?" You know what I mean? You know what they told me?
What is this?
We can't answer that question.
Wow.
I swear on my life. I swear on my dad's life. They called over another person, and then there was another person nearby. I was like, "What do you mean? Is this for boys or like is this for a guy or a girl?" Like,
Yeah.
just all right, quietly tell me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're like, "No, we can't answer that question." And there was a guy like around us, kind of another person who worked there, and I asked him, "I said, hey, is this for a guy or a girl?" And he said, and he looked over at the other girl. Didn't even say anything. They just knew each other, kind of like what they were supposed to say. And he said, "I don't know." You know what I mean? It's whatever you want it to be. They basically, I think he said it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. You could wear. A girl could wear it, or a guy could wear it. You can't say who's gonna wear it.
Yeah, but I'm asking as a man who doesn't want to look stupid wearing
But they
a
don't
girl's
know.
shirt.
They
So
don't
I'm
know.
trying to ask,
You could wear it. You don't know.
Are you really defending them right now?
Who knows? You could go home and wear it, bro. You could be wearing outside to the grocery store, bro, when you go picking up some milk. It's okay.
No, I know that, but I would like to know if it's for boys or girls or unisex, so I can like be like, all right, I'll only wear this shit
It's
at home.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
all right,
it's true.
I'm only gonna wear this around the house.
Yeah, it's just. I guess it's up to you at the end of the day. If you want to wear something pink, it's okay.
I don't want to wear something pink.
It's
It was
all right.
like it was a cool ass Disney shirt. It was like an OG retro one.
Yeah.
But it was weird. It was like the front of it was like an inch shorter than the back of it. And I didn't understand why.
So for that inch, you're saying it's going to be the difference between male and female?
No, it is, because isn't that considered like a crop? Like
No.
a-
Lower. It was really short from the
No,
front?
it was the back.
Like
was
it was your
hanging-
belly was out?
The back was hanging an inch and a half, 2 inches longer than the front. The front was 2 inches higher.
Maybe that's the style, because you sit down.
Well,
and,
that's
you
what
know,
I was wondering. Is it like is it because it was a big shirt? It was my size 2XL. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's heavy girls out there who like nice shirts. So
Yeah,
I was just
you know.
asking, hey, is this for a guy or a
It-
girl?
you
And they
got-
could not
what
answer
color
my
was it?
question. What do you mean?
What color was the shirt?
It was a pistachio.
Pistachio color.
Yeah, it was like a super retro kind of shirt. I really
Where
liked
did you find it? In the girls section or the guys section or the multi?
That's the
section?
thing. There is no girl and guy section anymore. It's all mixed up.
It's all like everywhere now.
Yes, everything is mixed up. You find like a tutu next to like a bombing sweater or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a bomber sweater.
They're just not marketing properly. They're
Well,
not.
it's because they're trying to make this whole thing
Mix
like
it.
a rainbow sherbet. You know, everything's all mixed
I think
up.
over here, but I think in Japan or in Paris it might be a little different.
Please look at Disney stock for me past three to 5 months. Just type in Disney stock
It's still the same. It hasn't moved.
and then press 3 months right there where he says 6 months, press 6.
Where is it?
6M, 6
Oh,
months,
okay.
yeah.
They're going down. But
Plus
why?
8% in 6 months. All right, now go a little farther. Go one.
I'll tell
go
you
5
why.
years.
I'll
Go
tell you
5
why.
years.
They got nothing new.
Hold on, go 5 years.
They ain't posted anything new.
There we go.
Yeah. That's when they first came out. And
When
like,
did the whole thing, all the DEI and all the bullshit happen? Was it 2021 kind of started?
that's COVID,
It started
right?
peaking?
No, that's COVID. You got COVID right there. So you got people at home watching.
Yeah.
And then 22, people went back to work or whatever, or school or whatever, and then it went down.
Wait a second. Pandemic hit 2020 January.
Yeah.
Or March or some shit like that.
Okay.
It's right there where there's like that sharp decline, that quick one down
Yeah.
to $80.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, that was a time to buy.
Yeah, and then it started peaking back up towards 21 when they
Pandemic.
when they let people come out of the house more,
Right.
you know, the dictarian lockup.
Yeah. So that was
And,
probably their
it-
stores.
It goes up, but then look, DEI and the whole LGBTQ plus, you know, insanity started peaking right there, and then everyone just went, yeah, this thing isn't
Boom.
gonna. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
well, because you got red and blue state people coming to that thing, and then you got all of a sudden the red state are like, stop coming.
The parents, right?
You know?
That they want. Listen, Disney is a generational thing. You take your kids there. You take your kids there. You take your kids there. So now what they're doing is now no one's gonna take their kids there because they don't want their kids to be indoctrinated into that type of mentality. And the only parents that are going to be okay with that are the weirdos in Manhattan Beach and the weirdos over in West Hollywood and Beverly Hills and Malibu and
Yeah.
stuff like that who are like, I'm progressive. My kids are gay at 3.
Yeah. Well, because California allows you to do that. Like,
Um,
just allows you.
Yeah, but a kid knowing his sexual preferences that young, these some of these people are just
It's horrible.
It's insanity.
It shouldn't be
It's
done. but-
insanity, and they should be looked at by child
Yeah.
protective services. But what I want to get to about this is Disney's a generational thing. You take your kids there. You know, like they rely on families having 5 kids and bringing all 5 kids to the fucking park and
Right.
making money off that whole family.
Yeah.
Now you're not going to have that. Now you're going to have a bunch of,
Less and
you know,
less.
girls holding hands and guys holding hands and stuff like that. And they're not having kids and they're coming and they're probably generously spending. But at the same time, it's not going to suffice. It's not going to be like when those families are fucking packed at that park, you know. And then some families are even like allowing themselves to conform a little bit because they love Disney. You know, it's sad. It's like they take something that we love so much, it's such a deep meaning to us. You know, I mean, a lot of people it really is because it's nostalgia. Nostalgia, I think, is one of the most precious things and should be protected. Nostalgia is the most beautiful thing, you know? So when they take our nostalgia, it's something that we love like that, made us kids, we grew up, Saturday morning cartoons with cereal, all that good stuff. They take it and turn it into their political motive or their political agenda,
It's horrible.
you know, and then people are just like, all right, so do I completely X out that nostalgia and just terminate Disney completely from my psyche and my life? Or do I go there and spend money and buy popcorn and buy churros and contribute to their insanity?
Yeah, it comes down to your insanity.
So regardless of their financials and regardless of what kind of numbers they're putting up, I mean, if you just look at it from like, all right, what is, you know, like if you think back in armchair, think it, you know, like what are these guys doing? Where's the future of it going? It's going downhill. Did you see the new Disney movie that's like the gayest of all time apparently? And they're stoked.
No.
Oh, they're stoked, dude.
What's it called?
Yeah. Well, remember Carmen where he's like, bring a chicken and make it lame and gay. I love it.
Incredibles 4 or something like that. I
Have
heard
you
about.
seen?
No,
Please
yeah,
look at
I'll
the
look
interview.
it- I'll look it up.
Disney.
It's
Yeah,
on
you'll find
Twitter.
it.
I'll look it up. I'll look it
But
up.
man,
Wow.
they're attacking our youth. You know, they're attacking the stuff we grew up with. Our
Yeah.
parents kind of grew up with too.
Well, everybody, this new gen is just taking away everything.
And again, I'm not calling fish on anyone, but there's a lot of linkage to the original guys of Disney and you know who. I don't gotta say it.
Oh, fuck.
Mustache Man. A lot of links. Star Wars director Leslie Headland brags about the Acolyte being the gayest Star Wars ever. They ruined another... What's the Acolyte? Never even heard of this.
Star So go ahead, consider
Rewind.
Martin. I want to ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars. I think by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you
Not the
bracing
gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the.
It's pretty gay. Let's be honest. Leslie, are you? How do you feel?
Am I gay?
Are you,
Yes.
Well, no, I know
Yeah.
you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this? You know, this is going to be a talking point.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Well,
Yeah.
well, some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But
Yeah.
in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay. Was this the fun element of?
No, I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly
You're offended?
into it. No.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen
It's
The
true.
Fence? We'd be like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo.
And are you telling me, with a straight face, that C-3PO is straight?
They're a couple. That's what I think. But this is more outward.
I think it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ask Filoni. Okay.
Ask for
Can you
one.
imagine?
Yeah, talk to him.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion about this, but I feel like they're just having fun. I feel like they're having fun, and
they're just trolling?
I feel like they're slightly trolling a little bit, but they know how touchy all these subjects are right now. So I mean,
That, like, eyes. Just
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think they're like doing that in a sense of like, oh, fuck straight people, we fucking hate them. But they're definitely trying to troll, and they're trying to create a lot of fire behind this shitty movie. It's the Acolyte. Like, what is the definition of an Acolyte? Isn't it like a shitty little soldier, foot soldier?
Yeah.
So it's like the Acolyte. Whoa, guys! We don't care about the Acolyte. No one gives a fuck about an Acolyte or a noob or a pleb or a zergling or a fucking little bitch soldier, all right? We want the great stuff. We want the people, you know. I can't even say what. I could make Star Wars the best thing in the world, and I would I would be nice to them. I would do some little stuff for them to make them happy, like one scene out of the whole fucking movie or some shit. But give me power in Star Wars, and I'll fucking bang that shit out so hard, dude. Are you kidding me? It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. It'd be right back to where it should be. Oh my God, they're not even. Who's this? Is this Joe?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's watch him. What's he got to say?
You have to write the market a little bit. And the market is that if you have all of the tax breaks, essentially all the tax breaks, all of the benefits flowing to the top 1/10 of 1%, there's never been as great a concentration of wealth, including going back to the Great Depression, ever. And so one of the things that worries me most about that, John, is not just is that you have to write the market a little bit here. And the market is that if you have all of the tax breaks, essentially all the tax breaks, all of the benefits flowing to the top 1/10 of 1%, there's never been as great a concentration.
When did he do this?
Going back to the Great Depression. Right.
When is this? Oh my God, they're not even trying to hide the fact that he's wearing a mask. I get it.
You have to
Oh, he's wearing a mask. They're calling it a completely different person. Pause it. Pause it. So, how is he so articulate right now?
How can you tell?
How is he so articulate right now? It makes no sense to me. Hit play.
Right here?
No, just rewind it. Listen to him talk.
I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? He's very articulate. He's very articulate, basically. It doesn't even sound like him. There's no ums. There's no It's just like perfect responses out. He sounds like a banker. That's crazy. How does he? What kind of drugs is he on to do that?
So they're using AI
You think?
to make them sound better.
Get out of here. Let me see something else about Biden when he's a lot slower.
Oh, yeah.
Is there something else from Biden? No, those are the U.S. warships coming after us. I love it.
Where's that
We have one right there.
They're already here, aren't they?
She knows so long as she was denied, our freedom can never be secured. She knows so long as she was denied, our
Keep
freedom
playing
can
it.
never be secured. She knows so long as she was denied, our freedom can never be secured. She knows so long as she was
Hey, they could have been tired that day.
freedom can never be secured. She knows so long as she was denied,
Who talked to you?
Nobody talked. No,
Did a guy in a black suit approach you? Did a men in black approach you? Are you a plant now? You could be tired. The guy's tired all the fucking time unless he's going to the beach for a bike ride. He's never tired. Exit out of here. Let's look at the warships on our front
There
here.
you go.
Yeah, go to the beginning.
Going on here.
Oh yeah, cancel that out. Let's get that out of there. Update: both China and Russia are working on setting up permanent military facilities inside Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of the U.S. Will this trigger another crisis? Will Russian and Chinese warships patrolling off our coast become routine? And this is from the U.S. Civil Defense News. It doesn't seem like they're affiliated with the government.
They're just saying what's going to
Go
happen.
down? Yeah, they're just... Go down?
They're on
Oh,
their
that's
way.
crazy. Next, see something else.
They're here.
Russian warships and nuclear submarines have arrived in Cuba. Russia will hold military exercises on the borders of the United States. And the construction of a Russian military and naval base is not excluded. Oh yeah, you guys asked for it. You want to bring NATO to their shit? You want? Yeah, let's keep getting NATO closer. Put NATO in the center of Moscow. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's get out of here.
This guy went off.
That's why it came.
What was that with
Hunter
this
Biden
guy?
was convicted. Big freaking deal. This trial was a sham. Just like the Trump trial, it was a sham, but a sham for a different reason. It's a sham designed to legitimize the Trump conviction. That's why it came right after, even for charges that date way far back. But it also avoids accountability for the Biden crime family on the actual things that Hunter Biden should have been charged for. Like, for example, peddling foreign influence while his actual father, Joe Biden, was the vice president of the United States. Hunter had no business serving on the board of a Ukrainian energy company, a state-affiliated energy company that's affiliated with the same country, Ukraine, that his father, now as the U.S. president, is sending hundreds of billions of dollars of your taxpayer money to. That's where the real crimes lie. So this deflects accountability for the actual investigations that are more close to implicating Joe Biden, while coming in convenient timing right after the sham Trump conviction in the veil of bipartisan.
You turn the lights down a
Joe
little bit
Biden.
on me.
I said this before, I'll say it again. This is a smoke screen, and the reality is you got to cut through it to get to the essence of what's happening in this country.
Yeah. Oh, you heard about the Hunter thing.
Yeah.
You think it's just smoke and mirrors? Well, his dad can pardon him.
Well,
He's not going to, though.
Yeah,
He said he wasn't.
I don't know about that.
No, he's not gonna. He's gonna. He has
Well, I
to
mean,
teach
they're saying he
people-
can be sentenced up to 25 years, but that doesn't mean he's going to get sentenced 25 years.
No.
I can see like some house arrest. Bullshit.
Yeah, he'll be.
Yeah, he'll be
out
on
like
house arrest.
4 or something. 5,
Not even,
you know?
bro. He'll be on house arrest or a few months.
Yeah, but
Go to
they'll
the-
serve it and they'll
Let's see
get
what
out.
else we got here. What's this? Conspiracy theorist Russian Maddow says she is worried that Donald Trump will put her in camps intended for illegal immigrants. Let's watch this. Rewind it.
Trump administration officials have been sending babies and other young children. Oh, hold on. To at least 3.
The fuck is wrong with this girl?
Thank you. Do we have it? No. 3 tender age shelters in South Texas. Lawyers and medical providers. Just. I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. Trump administration.
All she does is pander, and all she does is do whatever they tell her to do. I don't, I've never trusted this lady. Did you hear her during the COVID lockdown and stuff like that? How they basically were just... She was acting like she fucking had all the answers. Like she had all the answers during COVID. And no one's asking any questions about that either.
3 tender age shelters
Next.
in South Texas.
Get her out of here. Moscow is planning to deploy nuclear ICBMs to Cuba, Mexico, and Venezuela in response to NATO deploying nuclear weapons to Eastern Europe. What do you think about all the people that died during the elections in Mexico, I guess? Have you heard about that?
Yeah. It's horrible.
Like 36 people died for this lady to become president.
Yeah, right.
And
like,
she's like super into the LGBTQ stuff.
Oh, wow.
The second she gets into office, she takes pictures with flags like that.
Wow, dude, she's opening it up for everybody. She knows that's the
I
majority.
mean, she's working with.
It's majority there now.
Yeah, she's working with the secret government.
Which
Mexico elects first female president. Claudia Sheinbaum was elected the country's first female president after a bloody election campaign that saw 37 candidates assassinated on our fucking border. This is on our border. Wow.
You know, down there. She get away with it.
I mean, they're making tons of money off everything that's going on in Mexico. That's why it is.
She must have some control.
And it's all black market. I mean, not black market. I'm sorry. It's all black money or whatever, shadow money. Just because it's all drug money and in Bitcoin and who knows how they're doing it. You know, they're these are big time organizations. I would love to know how much Bitcoin the cartels have. That'd be interesting, huh?
Well, they got to in order to transfer money. I mean, like, how are you going to be transferring?
Well, like to hide their
mass
money, and also Bitcoin
like,
goes up.
Transfer?
And also, Bitcoin goes up. They make money too.
Yeah, so you pay double.
Let's see what's next here.
Double-ended sword.
Cop arrests firefighter in the middle of tending to a wounded civilian because fire truck was barely over the line.
Oh my God! That's some bullshit.
Another instance of power and ego destroying someone.
A CHP officer handcuffs a Chula Vista firefighter on the scene of a crash.
Hey, I just want to, he's arrested me.
Chula Vista firefighter Jacob Gregoire calls for his supervisor.
There's like beef between them for sure.
This heated exchange between the veteran firefighter and an unnamed CHP officer about the safety of where the fire truck is parked.
You know, a lot of times, like the police department and the firefighters will beef it in like the areas they're in. Because like they always come out to like the same scene. A lot of times there'll be like a fire truck and there'll be so like if they start beefing it a little bit, yeah, like if the fire captain beefs it with like the captain of the police, now they all hate each other. That's funny as fuck. And then like a senator's got to come in and try to mediate it. All right, next. Let's see what's next.
Some stupid shit.
Just in, United Nations officially adds Israel to its black list of countries that kill children, joining groups such as ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, and others.
Yeah, but they're denying it. They're like, oh no, it doesn't apply to us.
Wait, what'd you say?
He said they're denying it, saying it doesn't apply to us. Bro, you cannot keep hiding behind this. Oh, look what happened to us in World War II. That means nothing we do can be wrong.
That's what we're still talking about. That's where they're at still.
Yeah. Even the most generous king is doing something wrong. That's inhumane. You know? Next. Meet the new president of Mexico. No, I already I'm done with her. I'm not trying to get killed by the cartels. What's this one right here? Oh, the gayest Star Wars?
Yeah, that's Star Wars.
Oh, look at this one. This is so sad.
I feel like a foreigner. The real truth?
Yeah.
I feel like a foreigner in my own country lots of times. And I don't like it. It makes my heart real heavy.
Keep replaying it.
I just hope we can pull out of this. There's
Play it 5 times.
Too much Hollywood going on in Washington all the time. The important subjects they don't cover. So the thing is, I hope that I hope all the guys will rally up and we'll go back and straighten it all out. The real truth?
Yeah.
I feel like a foreigner in my own country lots of times, and I don't like it. It makes my heart real heavy.
How can we do this? Let's go.
I just hope we can pull out of this. There's too much Hollywood going on in Washington all the time. The important subjects they don't cover. So the thing is, I hope that I hope all the guys will rally up and we'll go back and straighten it all out. The real truth?
Tough, man.
I feel like a foreigner in my
World
own
War
country
II.
lots of times, and I don't like it. It makes my
World-
heart real heavy.
Fuck this thing,
And,
man.
I just hope we can pull out of this. There's too much Hollywood going on in
I will fucking
Washington
get it
all the
perfect.
time. The important subjects they don't cover.
You're done?
So the thing
No,
is,
mate, that-
I hope
I'm
that,
going all the way through
hope
with
all
it.
the guys will
Couldn't
Made it
breathe in
good.
that.
go back and straighten it all out. The real truth,
Yeah.
I feel like a foreigner in my own country lots of times, and I don't like it. It makes my heart real heavy, and I just hope we can pull out of this. There's too much Hollywood going on in Washington all the time. The important subjects. they don't
Anything
cover.
else?
So the thing is, I
Let's
hope
see.
that, I hope all the guys
Do a quick Twitter scroll through.
Do.
Oh, wait, this one?
Who knows what kind? I'm not even doing the headset. Who knows what kind of shit Justin Bieber was put through to make it where he's made it, huh?
Oh, he did. He knows a lot too. He knows Diddy stuff. He knows everything. He knows all the secrets.
Keep going.
He's from Canada, though.
Absolute waste of taxpayer money. Downtown Fredericton is looking a little brighter this morning as city crews paint the Pride sidewalk in front of City Hall. Okay. Go up. Go. For limited time, get fiber 5. No. This is my beautiful Pride flag. Nope. Breaking, El Salvador burns 67 million cocaine haul.
Bro, fuck that.
El Salvador, dude, that thing is raw too. You know that shit smells like gas. El Salvador authorities have burned 2.7 ton pile of cocaine estimated to be worth 67 million. It was done in a controlled burn in Olapango near the capital. It was confiscated last month from several boats about 1,000 miles off the coast of El Salvador, according to the country's Attorney General office. The operation led to the arrest of 7 men, 2 Ecuadorians, 2 Colombians, and 3 Mexicans. Oh, shit. Damn, this guy's got a target on his back now. This guy's got a fucking target on his back now. Who's that?
It's a. I think it's a stylist.
Dude, this guy has no idea what is going on. It blows my mind because if you heard like how he used to talk back in the day,
and how he is now,
I don't even want to repeat it because that bad. But how he used to talk back in the day about the African community and about the African American community and about all this type of stuff.
Yeah, he was.
And then
really
to see him here with like
He doesn't have a choice.
in like a crowd of majority black people at the White House, you know what I mean? It's like, what's going on?
Does he look comfortable?
Is it just about power? Like, is power that? Like, is Lord of the Rings? Does Lord of the Rings have it right? Power destroys everyone. Like, you just can't. You can't but want it the second you smell it and taste it and feel it.
Yeah. He wants to be with the in crowd. That's the vice president's crowd.
He wants to be the guy. Like, yeah, I'm fucking one of the people running the world. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care how he gets there. None of them do.
Nope.
I've said this before. They're all seals. They're all like a bunch of seals and walruses going, like trying to climb for position on this rock mound. It's like this. It's weird. It's like this rock mound they call the U.S. government. And they're just all clamoring for position. Who can get the highest and the tallest and the most center? WEF Young Global Leader Ida Akan, if you can get people to share a car, you can take out a lot of cars. Is she speaking English? Press it.
I can't hear.
Bring it down to about 40% of the cars.
I was in the headset.
And the interesting thing about technology.
Play it real
is
quick.
that
How
it
long
makes
is it?
sharing
1 minute? We can do
easy
it.
And fun and not annoying. It used to be, so this is why we talk about mobility, because actually, if you can get people to share a car, you can take out, I mean, a lot of cars in the streets. I think it's Singapore where they looked at how they could bring it down to about 40% of the cars if you would use them smarter. And the interesting thing about technology is that it makes sharing easy and fun.
Never forget.
Annoying. It used to be a little bit difficult to share. You know, you would have to go in somewhere in the other end of town and get a key. And I mean, that's not what you want to do if you want to take your car. But if you can just use your neighbor's car because you have a smartphone and an app and you don't even need to know the neighbor to get into his car, or if you can find ways of carpooling, and this is what technology helps you do, it's much easier and much more fun to share. And you start then thinking completely different about trends.
Take a little taste of that right there.
And I think
It's
it's
your
very
favorite.
important that we do not just try to fix yesterday's paradigm, but think about how do we want a city to move. So this is why we talk about mobility. Because
I mean, bro, like,
if you can get people
they want to. I mean, it's obvious.
take out
They don't want you to own your own car. They don't want you to own your own house. They don't want you to own your own property. You know what I mean? They just want you to be completely reliant on them, basically. They want you to be completely reliant on them. They want you to live rent, you know, paying rent out of their house, paying rent for the car. You know, you don't own anything. You just pay for it.
Yeah, it's like you're just, yeah, it's not yours.
But
It'll
then,
never be yours.
yeah, but then, I mean, you're going to be living in a tiny fucking house, like a little tiny, like, thing, you know, that they're going to try to justify and say, this is the best way to make our footprint smaller. No. How about we stop sending money to Ukraine? How about we build everyone a nice little 1,800 square foot house? We build beautiful communities with lush gardens and
Now
amazing education systems.
Now they're saying that they froze Russian assets, and the banks are going to be giving that back to Ukraine so they can fight the war.
So they're going to give the Russians money to the Ukrainians? Is that what you're
The
saying?
Russians' frozen assets.
Yeah, so the Russians' frozen assets are going to go to the Ukrainians?
Are going to go to the Ukraine. What does that tell you that the banks can do?
That's why Bitcoin's the future, honestly.
You think Bitcoin? XRP?
I think Bitcoin has a strong fucking case, man. Unless there's going to be a straight path that humanity goes down. Because all this immigration stuff coming across the border, it's totally okay if we are all taken care of here. You get what I'm saying? You can't not take care of us and then let in all these fucking people. Like, whoa, what about us?
Yeah.
You know? Why am I paying ridiculous taxes? Why is everyone paying ridiculous taxes? Why is... The streets are so fucking terrible. Just drive around Los Angeles. Just drive around it. Maybe a lot of, you know, like it's hard to feel if you have like a luxury car. But if you have like a sports car or even just like a Tesla, you can feel how bumpy and shitty our streets are, and they don't fix them. They don't care about them. You know, Gavin Newsom spent $100 billion on the rain. You hear about this? Please go on Twitter, type in Gavin Newsom rain. What he said about the rain.
Before you
$100 billion dollars.
Before you leave that last subject on the cars and like the roads, there's a lot more EVs coming out, and so the gas companies had this like gas tax that they used to,
about that.
Charge cars. So now there's more EVs out there, right? So now that they're not getting that money that was used for these roads. So that's where they're complaining now and saying, hey, dude, okay, so now we're going to charge the EVs. Now, we'll charge them per mile.
0.03 cents a mile?
Per mile. They're going to charge.
Shit, I heard that shit too.
So they could be like, so that could be the next step in, upcharging, that's the people that upcharge.
Right here, I found it. Gavin Newsom, California Governor Gavin Newsom blames, actually you found it, not me. California Governor Gavin Newsom blames states' massive deficit on rain bombs and climate change. When Gavin Newsom shut down the state in 2020, 2021, far longer than any other governor, he sent California into a debt spiral. That COVID money, show more, that COVID money from the federal government is long gone. California went from having $100 billion surplus to a $45 billion deficit before the rains. Listen to what he said. all the way from the beginning, and then turn the music all the way up if you
we
can, please.
explain to Californians how we moved from a $100 billion surplus to such a significant deficit in just a matter of a few years?
These rain bombs in December, January, February, and March. These atmospheric rivers that federal declaration.
Wow, he blames it on the fucking ocean, on the fucking waters.
In the IRS, moving in a direction where we couldn't collect our taxes until, I believe, November 16th. That climate change has impacts well beyond those that are often promoted. I would consider our financial delays as just another example of why we need to tackle them.
Look at him. He can't even say it with a straight face.
Nope.
Conversations that we'll be having next week.
Can we explain to Californians how
Let's hear it again.
we moved from a $100 billion surplus to such a significant deficit in just a matter of a few years?
These rain bombs in December, January, February, and March. These atmospheric rivers that led to a federal declaration that led to FEMA and the IRS moving in a direction where we couldn't collect our taxes until, I believe, November 16th.
Oh, I looked over at someone. It's got to be true. Dude, this guy, I'm not even lying. This guy doesn't believe anything he's saying. He does not believe a single thing he's saying. He's just a slippery fucking snake, bro. That guy scares me. That guy scares me. That's why I really want like Massey to run for president. I really want, RFK Jr. to keep running for president, even if he doesn't win this time. I want to get like other good names in the presidency race, dude. You want to know what would be an awesome ticket? Think about this ticket right here. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this ticket?
Yes, I am ready for this ticket.
RFK Jr., Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Good mix. But this guy is going to become president afterwards. He is. He will be in the running. If he's there,
there's no beating him.
There, it's going to be over.
All the girls are going to vote for him. Yeah. All the OC moms are going to vote for him. I've said this before.
Oh yeah, he's going to be everywhere. He's going to be like kissing everybody. Trying to figure out where to get all his little promos and ads and everything.
What school did he go to? What school?
Gavin
what?
Newsom?
Yeah, find out what college he went to. Gavin Newsom College.
It's just in his bio.
Where's Wikipedia?
Right
just
there.
Type in college. What Gavin?
There you
graduated from Newsom graduated from Santa Clara University in 1989. Afterward, he founded the boutique. He looks like a USC guy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks like he fucking went to USC, and he's one of those guys. But a USC guy is much more conservative. Most of the OG USC dudes who graduated in like the 80s and 90s, they're super conservative. I think.
He looks like a USC dude, but he's not. He's a UCLA dude.
Yeah, he's just a slippery fucking scumbag. Santa Clara, get out of here, guy. Who's he married to? Who's his wife? Who's that? Oh, is that... This is such a crazy thing. I can't believe his ex-wife is now Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend. What do you...
This is his current wife right there. Right here.
That's his current? Jennifer Lynn Seibel News. That's... Where have I seen her? Actress who is the current first lady. Of course she's an actress, dude. Of course she's an actress. She's going to play the best first lady part. You know what I mean? She's going to act out the first lady so fucking well.
So true.
She probably thinks she's better looking than Melania, I swear.
Interesting. Oh, it's like in the making.
Producer of the film Misrepresentation, which no one ever saw, that's for sure. And The Mask You Live In, 2015, the second film which she wrote. Wow, doing a writing career, and she seems really creative. She was really creative, like a creative fellow.
Yeah, she'll come
Who
in.
was she married to back in the day? Let's see. Dude, these guys are all fucking each other's girls and stuff. It's so weird.
No, that's it. It's his first fucking BF.
Political party, independent, other party, born in San Francisco. Of course she said... Of course she's born in San Francisco, California, age
She
49.
be a Republican though. Before Trudeau.
Yeah. Yeah, she was probably a spy. Keep going up.
Oh, she was daddy's girl. And then, you know, she got with
All
this
right, that's
guy.
enough of that. I had fun. Let's call it a wrap, yeah?
All right.
Let's do it. That was a good one.
Yeah, could have done better.
Yeah, it's okay. I just needed you there to listen to me.